Hello and welcome back to another Contemplative Living. Today's a special Christmas Eve episode on the podcast. So we're going to talk about concept, be of good cheer. You know, Spirit once said to me, accept this moment and allow your joy and perfection to rise, swirl, dance, and allow it to guide you. And that's what Spirit's talking about. It's talking about the joy and perfection that we are and allowing it to come into our lives so that we can be of good cheer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get to it.
Welcome. Now creating a life of peace. This is Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Contemplations and reflections to help with spiritual living. This podcast is made possible by dharmatalks.com.
All right, so we're talking about be of good cheer. You know, in the Bible, it's only 7 places that the commandment, be of good cheer, is even used. And as a bodhisattva, we strive to reduce suffering and increase the happiness for all sentient beings. That's all wrapped into what, be of good cheer is really all about. So happiness lies in shrinking the self, in giving up our wants. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with messages to acquire more, achieve success, and fulfill our desires. And this motion, it's a strong notion that we all feel. But it may be counterintuitive to what we're talking about today, be of good cheer. Yet it's precisely by letting go of these continuous cravings that we find, when we let go of these cravings, that's when we find true contentment. So shrinking the self does not imply diminishing one's self-worth or worth, or suppressing our individuality. Rather, it suggests transcending the ego-driven desires that perpetuate an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. So, in relinquishing our wants, we free ourselves. We free ourselves from unnecessary burdens and cultivate gratitude for what already exists within and around us. So, we discover joy in simple pleasures, a warm embrace, the sound of laughter echoing through a room, being with our friends, or feeling the sun's gentle caress on our skin. We should be heartened because the sun will rise tomorrow. It's already risen today. It will rise tomorrow. And it's an amazing thing when we can recognize that it's a constant. It's always there for us. It's always going to bring that illumination, that inspiration every day. And that we can just achieve happiness in just knowing that, in recognizing the sun's going to come up. It's going to be there for us. It's always there for us. But is it happiness that most people are pursuing? Or is it stimulus and excitement? The allure of gratification has become our compass. I mean, guiding us on never-ending quests for the next thrill. We scroll through social media feeds filled with carefully curated images portraying others' lives and others living their best life, traveling to exotic destinations or attending these glamorous events. And we wonder why our experiences seem lackluster in comparison. We convince ourselves that if we just had more excitement in our lives, then surely happiness would be there and follow suit. Have we forgotten what true happiness really means? What if true contentment doesn't lie solely in these bursts of adrenaline? What if it's not about consistently seeking out novelty, but rather finding meaning? What if it's about finding meaning in everyday moments? Perhaps there's beauty hidden within the simplicity of each moment. The quiet solitude of reading a book by the fireplace, or sharing heartfelt conversations with our loved ones. It's in these moments that we discover genuine joy, when time seems to stand still, easy for me to say, when time seems to stand still and everything else fades away. It's in these moments that we find a lot more happiness. True happiness. Happiness that comes from deep within us. So, may you live with ease and be happy, healthy, and safe. This is a wish that I have for all of us, that we live with ease, that we find peace. That's what contemplative living is really all about. And to find happiness in our health, in our safety, and to bring that into our everyday, and use that ease, use that peace, use that sense of being, and share it. Share it with all our relations. Share it with everyone. And wake up in the morning and hail the day. Hail the day with a cheerful good morning. Good morning. And while you're doing that, awaken to the change that takes place within you. Like I said, I enjoy going down to the beach and watching the sunrise. It's a transformational moment, watching that illumination come out of the horizon and shine on me. I love it. It's a way of energizing my whole being. And whenever we seek special experiences to bring us happiness, are we caught in striving? Striving is, it brings suffering. When we strive for something, it means that we're not satisfied in the moment that we're in, that something else is needed, that something is lacking. So we need to be aware that it's nice to set goals that we want to reach this point in our life and to have an ideal that I'm going to live in this way, realizing that, we're human and we can't possibly achieve it all the time. But what is important is to recognize that this moment is what's key, being here in this moment. Happiness doesn't come from making happiness the goal. It comes from being able to appreciate the journey. We can easily get caught up in the pursuit of, elusive destinations. And we often believe that once we achieve certain goals or acquire certain possessions, then and only then will we finally be happy. But what if happiness lies in not reaching those milestones, but rather embracing every step along the way? What if it's less about focusing on the end result and more on savoring each moment as it unfolds? The truth is that life is unpredictable. It truly is. And it's filled with ups and downs, joys and sorrows. That's life. And while it may seem counterintuitive, learning to find contentment amidst the chaos can lead us into a deeper sense of fulfillment. It means shifting our perspective from always striving for something better to recognizing and cherishing, all that we already have. So be of good cheer. Be of good cheer. It invites us to align ourselves with gratitude for everything life offers, big or small. It encourages us to notice the beauty in everyday moments. Be of good cheer tells us to embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth. And be of good cheer tells us to find joy in every circumstances. Because circumstances are far from perfect, but we can be there. We can be present. And remember, in life, it's important to strive to reduce the suffering and increase the happiness of everyone. So, this Christmas Eve, I'm wishing you a season filled with sugar, spice, and all the things nice. A recipe for a truly magical Christmas. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you for listening today to Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Please be sure to subscribe, listen, and share with your friends wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the Podbean app. You can find the links to these on David's website, dharmatalks.com, on the Contemplative Living page. Have a blessed week.